Hi, good afternoon, and welcome back to today's show. It's nice to be in the show, and you can see my face today without having the mask on. Today we're just going to do, from start to finish, we're just going to do a little watercolor, but we're going to do a lighthouse. And I'm going to explain how we're going to do it when I figure out how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to explain to that as we go on. They're going to bring the colors, they're going to show you the colors that we're going to use. So I'm going to go right back to the page, and we're just going to figure out this as I go on. Let me put on my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. You know, when you do a watercolor or any kind of painting, you got to know where you want your figure to be. How do you want it to be up high? You want it to be up low? Where do you want the water to be? And I haven't figured out none of that yet. I was figuring we'll do that as I decide what we're going to do. A lighthouse. I know I'm gonna have some distant trees. Do I want it on the hill or do I want it on the ground? And do I want the water coming up on it? This way we could figure out how to draw it in then. Let's say this is the top of the lighthouse, right here. Let's just start drawing in the top of something that is going to be my top. So let's say this is going to be the top here. And it's going to come down. Then I'm going to just put a little line from here just to break that in half. Something like that. This way, part of it will be the light and some of it won't be the light. Then I'll drop this down one more time. Something like that. And then I'm going to come down and make this one a little bit bigger. And then I'm just going to try to do as straight line as I can. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is from my imagination. Okay, something like that, let's say. Give or take. Then I'm going to take, and let's put a little house on top of this. So the roof's going to come here. Let's draw the roof. First I want the roof. It's going to come across, and it's going to come down. And this part's going to come down. This part's going to come down. We're going to put a little raft into this. I don't want it to be that big. I'm going to erase all this in a second. Just a little raft. Okay, something like that. Now I'm just going to take this little line out. I'm going to get rid of a lot of this once I'm done with it here. And this come down with this. And this just come down. Bring this one down. Bring this one down. Okay. The lighthouse, the house looks bigger than the lighthouse. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the house as it is, but let's just make this lighthouse. I'm going to get rid of this part anyway, because this is going to be behind the house. Okay, so I'm going to have to make the house, the lighthouse, a little bit bigger. So let's do that. See? This is going to be a 3 or 4 part show anyway. But this is how I do it when I'm home. Okay, now I got an idea. So let's make this, the lighthouse, a little bit bigger. Something like that. Okay. Then let's put a little top on top of this one. There, something like that. And once again, we'll cut this one and have this a little bit there. Then up here, we're gonna come up here and we'll put a little gate. We'll put some dark paint around here and just make it look like a little gate later. There we go, something like that. Good. Then we'll put in some windows. We'll put some windows in with the house. Okay, so that's that and that's that. Next we're gonna do is we'll just put this on top of a cliff. So we'll come up here. This will be the cliff, the mountain part. Come up here, and then we'll just come down. Follow this down. Something like that. Okay. Okay, so that's that part right there that we're going to do. I'm going to put down the pencil. Let's get this here. I'm just going to erase this just a little bit more. Erase this, erase this. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be perfect. None of my paintings are perfect. Okay. Where do I want my horizon at? The water is going to, just because the mountain is here, that doesn't mean that the water could be here, the water, could be any place. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down. And let's say right around here, I'm gonna have some trees here. Some trees here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit more. See how you could change your mind? Okay, let's just bring this down just a little bit more. There. Put it on a big cliff. There we go. Okay, and that part would be water, water, water. Oh, here would be water. Next thing is, if I want to have the water going up, I have to prepare for that now too. And if I want trees to be in the background, where would the trees in the background, how far do we want that to go? Because that's going to be in the background. You know what? I'm not going to put no trees in the background. What I like to do is spend more time on the mountaintop, on this part here, and some of the water coming here. Next thing I'm going to do is, we will have trees here, and a few trees coming up. We'll have some trees here. Matter of fact, let me block in some trees now. Let's say we're going to have some trees up around here, because I'm going to have to block in some of it now. There's some trees here. Put one tree here. Put some trees. Something like that. We could fix that up later. Okay. Maybe put another tree here. Okay. Then we're going to have a fence going up here later too, to block all this from here. We'll have a fence coming up from here and going all the way across this whole thing. Okay, and we can't put the fence up now. So that's done. This is done. If I want to decide to put trees up here, I should. Let's say from here on. Let's say that up around here will be trees. Let's put in, okay. Let's put some here. The only reason I'm doing this is this way I could block out when I get everything ready for the with the basting fluid. All this here is, before we even touch the paper, all this is going to have to be covered with masking fluid, and we're going to do that now. Let's remove my garbage can lid. There we go. Let's get the masking fluid, and let's start putting some masking fluid down. Now, if you wasn't here the last time when I used masking fluid, I said that you gotta use a cheap brush, which this one isn't. Because, and you gotta make sure you clean out your brush every time you're just about finished using it, or else it will ruin your brush very quickly. Whoops, I might have to do something real quick. This part I didn't want to cover. It's this part right here. I'll erase it later when it dries, because I wanted the light to come through it. And with the trees, I'm just gonna block this out. I made, you know, because they're trees and stuff, if I don't cover all the trees, that'd be a bonus. My brush is getting a little stiff already, so I'm gonna put some water on it and dab it out. Okay, let's do the house. It's already sticking, it's already pouring. Yep. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the mountain and get the trees. I hope this is white. Sometimes you could get the masking that is a different color, darker. This is the only one that they had when I got it, because it's hard to see if you're able to, if you're getting everything done. And sometimes you really don't need all of it to be done. Yeah. It's already drying, so I can't go over that. I can't go over that. Now let me see. Yep. So you gotta clean out these brushes mighty quick. Oops. There we go. Try, you know, you go to a dollar store and you buy dollar brushes when you use this stuff. This way, if you do ruin a brush, you only ruin a good brush. Okay, some of this is dry. Now, I said that the one part here I didn't want to use because I want the light to come to it. So right here, I'm gonna do my best just to erase this a little bit. There you go. Here. That's all. That should be perfect. So now I'm going to just draw this in for my idea where I want it to be at. There. Good. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the big brush. I'm going to move all this out the way. I know I have a lot of water on here, so I'm just going to dab out the brush. And I'm going to add, I got a little bit of the burnt sienna, and I'm just going to grab just a little bit of that. There you go. Just, okay. And usually I do a blue sky, but I'm just going to start from the top, and I'm going to work myself. It's just a little brown on it, and I'm just going to add a little bit brown throughout the whole, and I'm going to come down the whole page with that. You don't want it to be too dark or too light, just adding a little bit brown. Now, usually when I do this, I have a hair dryer, but I keep on forgetting to bring my little hair dryer with me. Next time I will. There we go, something like that. You may not see all of it. Okay. There, that's all. The only good thing about the hair dryer is that it dries it and the paper doesn't come up, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna do until it dries now. Clean out the brush. And I'm going to use the small brush, the 1-inch brush today. Okay. Yeah. Good. I got cobalt blue today. Usually I use the Russian blue, but today I'm going to change just a little bit today. I'm just going to add just a little bit blue. Now, when you use watercolors, you use it quickly. You're only supposed to take a couple of minutes to get a sky done when you use watercolor. It dries fast. Whatever is blue is the sky. Whatever is not blue, it represents the clouds. Like that. Then today what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of blue, and I got a little lizard crimson. And I'm gonna add just a little bit crimson to it. It makes a nice purple. Blue and crimson makes a nice purple. I don't want it too strong and I don't want it too weak. Just enough to see it. Here. Let's try this. I'm just going to add just a little bit crimson here and there. There you go. See that? Just gives it a nice little color to it. I may even put some plain on it, up on top. It's just there. Just gives it a nice little stormy. Or maybe it's in the morning. So I'm gonna wait for it. Now, this part, because it's on the clip, the sky is still gonna come down some. Remember? So we gotta bring that cloud down a little bit more. And as it comes down a little bit more, it's going to get a little lighter and lighter. There we go. Good. And my water line is going to be right around here. I want this to be the water line. All right, so it will be right around there someplace. So once again, I'm going to take the blue, a little bit of purple. I'm going to add a little bit of purple coming down. It's a high sky. Good. Big sky. Big sky today. I'm going to wait for the sky to dry a little bit. I could even get, watch if I take a little bit of the, because it's still wet in spots, I'm going to take a little piece of the paper towel. There we go. If I just start tapping it in, right before it dries, it will represent a little more clouds down here. See that? Little trick. You don't always have to make decisions. There you go. There. Like, it just picked up a little bit of And if you touch it and turn it, it'll just fluff it up some, like little clouds. Yeah. Good. Now I'm gonna start with the water. I'll come down here. And I'm just gonna come up right around here. This is gonna be the water. This may be a little bit too dark, but it's okay. I'll make this somewhat straight. Now I could have went straight across it, but you know, I got 5 more minutes. Wow, that time went fast. I'm like, when you do watercolors and when you want to do some details, this is the way to do it. You just take your time. You know, you have fun. You know, this is one thing about this is a little bit different than with the with the oils. Even though the oils doesn't dry, this would dry quicker than the oils. My colors here, but this is a way how you could sit down and see what you're doing and just take your time and change things around as you know. There you go. I want to thank everybody for coming today, and I want to thank my crew, Sharon and Mary. They're just I only got these 2 ladies that does, you know, Sharon does everything does everything in the back in the control room. Mary does all the cameras out here, and if it wasn't for these two lovely people, I wouldn't have a show. So I want to thank them. I want to thank for all the people that always comes. One of the managers of the station came in and showed me one of the paintings that his wife done, oil painting, and maybe I could get him in here for a second, maybe, and showed the picture that his wife done, a beautiful oil painting. From watching my shows, he said, I mean, it's a wonderful painting. There we go. It's starting to look nice. Good. I wonder if I should, it's still not neat if I want to put a little name here. And I'm thinking maybe I should just add a little bit of land right here. And that's what I'm going to do. While the show is ending, I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to take I'll go back into this masking fluid. And I just thought maybe add a little bit of land to this part. Could be a little beach. We'll figure that out later. So I'm just going. There you go, something like that. Hang it up. Again, please feel free to come back. We'll finish this painting. And once again, thank you for coming, and I'll see you next week. The music should start soon. I'm just going to keep on working.
you.